Hi, I am Mara from the Maraverse. We have tea boiling in the background, and there is something boiling under your skin. This is the second of two tarot readings that I am doing today because there are two very specific energies coming through. If this is your reading, you might be entering your villain era. Okay, first I'm going to get 3 cards because I feel like a little bit of structure is needed for this reading. With all of this, I'm getting Capricorn energy, but with all of this, dark, indulgent, kind of, I don't give an F energy, it's all power to you. I feel like you're also being quite methodical and relying on, you might feel yourself gravitating towards ancient systems, ancient institutions, institutional magic practices. This is very classical witch. I'm getting shivers. My little Scorpio rising heart is so in love with this energy. So we have 2 cards right now that'll clarify the energy that you are in. I would like to get one more, please. Maybe one more does not want to come out. Is there a final one, or are we going to let it be mysterious? Thank you. If you're new here, I'm Mara of the Maraverse. Did I already say that? Who knows? If you've been here for a little bit, you know that each time I introduce myself a little bit differently. Today, I thought to introduce myself as a seer, as a channeler. Phone ran out of storage for the 3rd time today, but we're back now. Isn't this fun? Also, my phone's at 10%, so there's, to tie this into the message of the reading, very much an energy of you are running out of energy, but you're having a good time with it. And maybe this reading we're gonna there's danger there, and I think you might kind of be turned on by the danger. So I'm excited to get some clarification on if this is a real danger, that maybe I should stop you in your tracks and be hang on, girl, gender neutral, is this really the path we want to be going down? Or maybe this is something that you can flirt with, and it's fun. Regardless, it seems like what you're feeling right now is this fun, flirty energy, but there's fear there. You're flirting with fear. Anyways, we're going to get clarification on this energy. We have the Page of Wands, the 7 of Cups in reverse, and the Moon. Yeah, the 7 of Cups in reverse is very much giving me, if nothing matters, then I might as well do anything. If I have all of these choices and it doesn't matter what path I go down, I might as well just have a good time. I want to read what the Page of Wands has to say about this, because immediately what comes to mind for the Page of Wands is someone who's very enthusiastically, romantically going after a creative idea, but not in a Page of Cups sort of way, not in a Page of Cups insane poets lost in their fantasy sort of way, but almost in a Victor Frankenstein sort of way. But let me see what the book has to say about the Page of Wands. Okay, Page of Wands, here we go. You have an idea and you want to take action, but you're unsure where to start. You need to assess the details and break them down one by one to take smaller actions to support the bigger picture. You are ready to step into the unknown courageously in order to make your dreams come true. Portal, travel, creativity, exploration, curiosity, and inspiration are some key words. I also want to read what they have to say about the moon for deeper insight. The moon can reveal uncomfortable things about ourselves and create an unclear path as she waxes and wanes. But her light is a reminder that we ultimately hold the power over how we will navigate these murky waters if we stay true to our target. Things may feel like an illusion, so use this card to open up and trust the primal nature of the self. Answer the call to turn inwards and investigate what might be lurking in the shadows. Let your inner illumination track down the unseen and start to shine a light to liberate it from the depths. Some keywords: intuition, illusion, fear, subconscious dreams. It almost seems like you have picked a path arbitrarily for the sake of enjoying it. And you're like, I am ready. I'm so ready to explore the depths and the darknesses of this, as well as the light. But you're like, you know that you'll enjoy, you know that you'll indulge in all of the experience. You're like putting on a mask and wearing it dramatically and going forward with that. But in order to follow through with this completely, it might need some more careful planning. And I think that's like what the Page of Wands is looking for. It's like your intuition is down, but you're also relying on these ancient systems. Ancient systems, what do I mean by that? Like more, I could see you going into a curriculum, even if it's not a formal academia, not like an accredited institution. It could be, and that would be beautiful and magical. But even if it's like, well, for example, Adam Ellen Boss has like a 4-year astrology course, if that's like something that you're interested in, or some courses on understanding the wheel of the year. Some courses, I'm getting very esoteric vibes. Yeah, let's read. This is your archetype card that came out, and there's like a web. It's like you're building a new web, and you're gonna like catch pieces of information on there. But let's read that. It's Thanatos. Where did my deck go? It's gone. She's gone. Oh, she's right here. She was obscured from view from my water glass. Obscured in the water. Okay. Oh wait, I'm looking for the guidebook. It's like this. Don't get so lost in the waters that you lose sight of the vision, that you lose sight of the light. You know, when you're like swimming in water and sometimes like it stings your eyes, so you have to close your eyes and trust. And you're like, yeah, well, it's only with the heart that one can see rightly. What's essential is invisible to the eyes. And maybe Spirit's like, yeah, but like a lot of your human experience is constructed through the physical senses. If it's not eyesight, it's touch or hearing or like, so maybe there's messages that are waiting for you in the senses that you're not paying as close attention to. And Spirit's like, in order to go on this journey and learn all of the lessons that you want to from stepping into this role, you must begin to work on these other senses, begin to pay more attention to, not in a strenuous way, but like just begin to become aware of these senses. Yeah, anyways, Thanatos. That's wait, did I skip it? Did I skip it? Did I skip it? No, I think here it is. Death. Gotta get reconstructed for this one. Again, you could be a Scorpio or Capricorn. I would not be surprised if you had a very strong Scorpio, Capricorn, and maybe Virgo placements. And maybe a little bit of Libra. Anyways, it is tempting to oversimplify death and sum it up as a transformation. But the true archetypal resonance of Thanatos cannot be easily assimilated or contained. Death is ongoing and omnipresent, an eternal response to the gift of birth. Witnessing the ending of another being, creature, phase, or stage has deep consequences for the psyche. We are forever changed by Thanatos as it sweeps us under its wings, making us relinquish control in every form. It leaves a mark of ash upon our heart, signifying we have touched the cusp of the underworld and will return to the land of the living eventually, with more compassion and wisdom to share. This capacity is needed in our world. One who has faced the annihilation of Thanatos can face anything. When this card appears, it signifies an initiation into the underworld. When light, this is grieving, mourning, bearing witness to all that is. When dark, this is fear or insensitivity to old age, illness, or the dying. Okay, and if you want to go deeper, look at The Mower by Philip Larkin. There are those with a great gift for navigating Thanatos energy. Thankfully, we find these generous souls in emergency rooms, hospitals, hospice centers, and the like. So you may gravitate toward those stuff. You might be studying to be a doctor, to work in a hospital. Okay. But also, I think I would suggest you, at first what was coming through is a very playful, flirtatious energy with death. I would recommend being careful about, again, like I said, not oversimplifying this to an aesthetic. It's fun to engage with, to show respect through celebration and levity and, well, not levity, but like embodiment. That's it. It's meaningful to show up embodying these, embodying our respect for death and the process of things always ending and being reborn. But can I get clarification on this? 5 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, don't be afraid to look deeper in at yourself. Like what endings, what is being stripped of you that maybe you still need to mourn before you're ready to like let go of it. And what parts of your mourning phases can you move on from? So yeah, just check in with yourself, really. Again, this seems like a rather short message, but like, I love your energy so much. Did you get anything out of this? I feel like you... This isn't a you know more than you let on situation. This is almost a like you're more insecure than you let on. And that's okay. We all have insecurities. We're all human. It's okay that you're a page and not a queen right now. You know? Like, yeah, you can have the confidence and you can wear that mask and have fun with it. Also with the 7 of Cups in reverse, you're like taking off masks. This is like nocturnal vampire energy. Like in the daylight, you have to hide your identity. You also have to hide yourself so that you're not burned by the sun, burned by the light. Maybe you're more scared of the light than you are the darkness. So what would happen if you took off the masks in the light? Yeah, you can show up naked in the dark. Yeah, you can dance around your room. You can be indulgent and indulgent and sexy is what's coming through by yourself when you're alone. But what happens when you're with others? Who do you trust? Maybe that's the lesson that you're learning in this lifetime, in this chapter. What can help this collective trust? And I think that'll be the last message for you. The Six of Pentacles. Don't be so contemplative over who to give your resources and energy to. Don't be so particular. Let yourself be a bit uncomposed. Let yourself welcome the light. Love you lots. Bye.